Hello everyone and welcome to another testing video on the Constructive Criticism YouTube channel. I'm a Spencer, this is a Matt, and sorry it's been like 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
Yeah, it's been a little bit. Michael and I did a testing video, but I don't think that it actually ever ended up getting posted, so.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get that posted, but I had a baby, so I've been, dealing with, the beginnings of fatherhood. But I am back, I'm ready to attack, and I'll be doing some attacking today, hopefully.
Yeah, mostly attacking anything.
Yeah, hopefully with some of this and some of these. So we're playing Eldrazi today, and we're playing against a new up-and-comer in Legacy. We are playing against Aluren.
Yeah, it's the new. It's like just a value deck more than a combo deck.
Right.
It does have the combo in it. It has the Parasitic Strixes and the Cavern Harpies along with the Alurens, but mostly you're just trying to grind them out with casting Shardless Agent 15 times in a turn.
Yep. Yeah, and hopefully we can see what this looks like. We're doing Legacy this week because GP Louisville is coming up. A lot of people looking for Legacy content, and we happen to love Legacy a lot. So.
Yep, it's a win-win really.
Yep. All right, let's. Oh, where are the white dice?
I don't know. Those are gone, but these show up well, so it's fine.
Okay, sounds good. Those are gone. Poker roll. Pair of threes.
Right.
Give me a 3. Give me a 3. That's a 6 and 2 twos. Okay,
right.
I need a 3.
Right.
I can't get anything.
Yeah, I don't think there was a
I mean, I guess I could get a 6. No, that would also lose.
Yeah, because I'd have 4 6s.
So no outs.
Yep.
All right, Mr. Poker Roll Champion. Would you like to play or draw?
I would take play.
All right. So we got a question about what kind of sleeves these are, and they are monster matte front sleeves.
Yep. Reduces the glare for the camera, so it's nice.
Yep. And they're actually really good at shuffling.
Yeah, I like the way they shuffle.
All right. So with this hand, we got ourselves one of them nifty lands. We got some backup. Overall, I think that we could keep this hand. It's I think this is literally everything that we want in this deck.
So my hand's a 1-lander. It does have a Brainstorm and a Force of Will, though. But it's got an awful lot of 3-drops as well. I'm probably going to mulligan this, because even if I do Brainstorm, I have to hit Fetchland too, otherwise I'm Brainstorm locked. So I'm just going to mulligan that hand. And didn't have the most important card, which is Deathray Shaman.
Sure. Yeah, I think that you probably should never get mulligan 2 lands, castable Eldrazi, one of them being a ×2 land, and an Ancient Tomb.
That seems all reasonable to me.
Sorry, not an Ancient Tomb, a Chalice of the Void.
Great. Alright, this hand is much better. I do have the turn 1 Deathray Shaman, and more lands, as well as the Brainstorm still. So,
okay.
I will scry and put that on the bottom. Then I will lead off with Bayou Deathray Shaman.
Okay. Alright, I will play an Ancient Tomb, kill myself 2, attempt to Chalice of the Void for 1.
Chalice is fine.
Okay, go ahead. Excuse me.
It's gonna be your turn.
Okay. Untap. We're gonna name Eldrazi.
Okay.
We will cast this Eldrazi, taking 2.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna try to do this without being a derp. So, I'm going to fetch with Fluid Delta, maintaining priority. Well, I guess it won't matter because I won't have enough land to do this. So there's a trick you could do with Brainstorm and Deathrite Shaman if you don't have a shuffle effect, but it's not going to work right now because I have to be able to kill this Chalice first. So, yeah, it actually doesn't matter how I do this. So fetch. We'll get the Tropical Island. Gonna cast an Abrupt Decay on the Chalice of the Void.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to exile Polluted Delta, cast Brainstorm.
Sure.
Stack them like so. Untap. Draw. Gonna cast a Cavern Harpy, returning Deathrite Shaman, and recasting Deathrite Shaman.
Sure. My turn?
Yeah.
Save traders.
Sure.
Can I read Cavern Harpy?
Sure. It's definitely an advantage to playing this deck, is that if you play against people that haven't played a lot of Legacy, they're probably not going to know what these cards do.
I mean, I've played a lot of Cavern Harpy. I just want to make sure that was the one that returned.
Yeah.
I was pretty sure it was.
Yeah, Cavern Harpy and Parasitic Strix are the ones that get confused a lot, so.
I'll attack.
Alright, and I know what my next draw step is. Let's see if I actually care about this. I probably don't. Okay. Yeah, I'll take 3.
Okay. So we have a couple of options here. We could play 5/5 Endless one. We could play 3/3 Endless one and a Chalice of the Void for 1. Or we can kill his Deathrite Shaman, which I think is one of the most important cards in his deck. Or we could play like a 2-mana Chalice of the Void, which would be weird. It might be good against his deck, though.
It's certainly possible. I could believe that Chalice on 2 would actually be problematic.
Yeah.
I actually stacked the top of my deck really badly, so with the Brainstorm, for what it's worth.
I wonder how good... Yeah, we're gonna take 6 here, go to 10, and kill Deathrite Shaman. I don't hate that play, actually.
So we're chalicing for 1 then?
We're chalicing for 2.
Okay, chalicing for 2 and then killing Deathrite Shaman. Okay.
Tempted to kill Deathrite Shaman.
Sure.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I probably would have Force of Willed that Chalice on 2 if I had stacked the top of my deck better, but I didn't. Deck 2.
It's great. This Cavern Harpy's gonna kill me, so.
Maybe. It's your turn.
Three. For 3.
Okay.
Is that even right? So I could take another 6 here. Gosh. So sorry, I gotta think.
You're okay.
So this is definitely attacking.
Yeah, that already happened. Right.
So I think this decision is really hard because I think I just have to kill this Cavern Harpy. I'm going to attempt to kill the Cavern Harpy.
Paying 4 life.
Yeah, I don't have any black mana.
I'll force a will of that. Pitching Cavern Harpy.
Okay. I believe I lose that. For 1.
Chalice for 1. You got it.
Go.
Take for 2.
Yep.
Your turn. I mean, if you draw a Warping Whale, I'm like pretty boned. But, yeah.
You can't cast Warping Well.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, your chalices are 2-sided. Right. That's nothing in the rules that says you can't cast it.
Alright. Sometimes Ancient Tomb does that, I guess.
Yeah, that deck's definitely in the business of dealing itself a lot of damage. I mean, you also had double Dismember, right? So, like...
Yeah. It was a rough hand.
And you tapped the tomb, what, 3 times?
Yeah.
So, you dealt yourself 14 damage that game?
Yeah. I mean, I had to.
I'm not saying it was
my
wrong.
hand
I'm
was
just saying-
keepable.
I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying.
Alright,
That's
well,
what
I will
happened.
be on the play. Yeah, I just didn't in Dark Rock Creekers. I drew all 4 of my chalices that game.
Oh, I see.
So,
Had the old chalice.
well, I
on
only had 1 in my
0,
opener,
1, 2,
so
3.
3 of my first 4 draw steps were Chalice of the Void.
Great.
But overall, I think the hand was keepable. I don't think I played it wrong.
So I made a misplay by stacking my deck in such a way that I didn't have Force of Will for this chalice on 2. And then it really ended up working out well for me when you decided to dismember my Cavern Harpy. Because I was like, well, if he goes for the dismember and I force it, like, the game's probably over.
Yeah. Well, I was dead with the Cavern Harpy anyway. I didn't have any creatures.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I would have had 2 Cavern Harpies in play if I had set it up right, so that might be better anyway. And this hand is, again, a keep. I have Deathwatch Shaman, Brainstorm, and some lands, and that's most of what I'm looking for. I also have the Aluren, if we get that far.
My hand is definitely a keep. I just don't know how good it is. I will name Eldrazi. You may go.
So I kind of want to play around Wasteland here, if I can, which I'm pretty sure that I can at the moment. So I'm going to just fetch out a Swamp. I think Swamp's better. Yeah, it is. Because I also have the Cavern Harpy in my hand, so it's definitely Swamp over Forest. Obviously can't get Forest with Delta, but I have other lands in my hand. Deathwatch Shaman, then it's your turn.
No, I played this wrong. This should be in play.
Okay. Yeah, it was curious that you let on.
Yeah, I should
Cavern
definitely
go.
I should definitely lead on this.
Right. I mean, yeah, because even if you're playing around Wasteland, you'd rather that get Wasteland than Cavern usually.
Yeah.
And this way you can Warping Whale. Is that what you're gonna?
Yeah, I just don't know if I want to, but I think I do.
Exile's correct.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Yeah, that was just me being new to the deck. We'll name Eldrazi now. We'll exile this.
Thought-Out's here.
Thought-Out's here.
You got it.
This sequence is way better. I think I'm supposed to take Cavern Harpy, but I might be supposed to take Aluren.
The Cavern Harpy does still put in some work without the Aluren, and the Aluren doesn't really do a lot without Harpy, so.
Yeah, I kind of like taking Harpy here. Yep.
Okay. I will leave those face up. Well, I'm going to end up brainstorming here pretty quickly, so.
It's fine.
Yeah. Done?
Yep.
So we can pretty much just afford to play around Wasteland this whole game, because I don't think that, aside from Aluren, we don't have any double-colored spells in this deck, and it's going to be easy for us to get one of each color. Deathwatch Shaman.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn.
you.
Yep. Mimic? Sure.
Go.
Gonna fetch. Get an island. Brainstorming at the end of turn is not always very good, but right now I have a Shardless Agent in my hand, so like being able to set that up is powerful. So casting a Brainstorm.
Sure.
Alright.
I messed up again. Hey, there's no reason to leave this mana open. I should have just cast this.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you can feel free to cast it instead.
But you, yeah, and then you just respond.
And then I just respond with the Brainstorm, yeah.
Sure.
So we're going to set those like that. And then take a draw step.
Take a couple weeks off of Magic, Matt. And
I mean, I've taken some time off of Magic myself, so we're both in the same boat at the moment. And I think that my deck is probably more complicated to play than yours. So
that's true.
if I make any misplays, you know, I'm sorry or whatever. But here we are. So I almost just did something really crazy, and I was just about to cast a Shardless Agent when I have an Aluren in my hand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely thought that you were going to cast Aluren into Shardless Agent.
Yeah, that's the plan right now.
Yeah.
I said almost. I mean, Aluren is a symmetrical.
So you don't want any of those cards?
No, they were both lands. I brainstormed into 3 lands, so.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and cast Aluren.
Sure.
And then we're gonna cast a Shardless Agent, and we're really hoping to hit Cavern Harpy here, because that would be mostly the end of the game. It's gonna be Abrupt Decay. Okay. I don't know how much Chalice on 1 is going to impact my life at this point in the game. Some, definitely, but maybe not as much as just having you have more pressure in play. So I think I'm going to actually target the Mimic with the Abrupt Decay. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me, but we'll see.
My turn?
Yes. I don't have that many 1s left in the deck. So. And yeah, this is like a. Oh, this is a Jete, okay, sure. It's like, yeah, as a Smasher, I definitely feel vindicated and.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're going to kill this.
Killing the Shardless.
Yeah. Go.
Not an ideal draw step.
Couldn't get those counters off that jet fast enough.
It'll be your turn.
Enter attack step.
Yeah. It's an interesting decision on whether I should block or not. So if I don't block, I make you use the Jete counters to kill the Deathrite Shaman, but at the same time, the Deathrite Shaman's going to die either way. So, I mean, your Jete counters aren't doing much other than killing my creatures anyway. So maybe saving myself the 4 damage here is better. Especially because, like, if I take it and you find another way to kill the Deathrite Shaman, I'd just be dead on board. So I'm going to block,
sure.
And I'm going to exile your Mimic to gain 2.
We'll get 2 counters. I have again?
Yeah.
Cast
you can
this.
cast it for free.
What?
At instant speed, even.
What is happening right now? Aluren is two-sided.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's symmetrical, so that's why, like, you know, it's not 100% upside to cast the Aluren.
Alright, well, we're going to re-equip. We're going to re-equip to this way.
Sure. So taking 2.
Yep.
Okay.
That's probably silly if you could just cast guys at instant speed. So none of my wasteland's doing anything for me. I'm just gonna equip without paying.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and I've drawn lands, so.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go to sideboard games and be less tired and play better Magic. Interesting. Well, the deck is very different than the other Aluren deck too, which is pretty cool. But let's go to the sideboard games. We can talk about it. All right. So for me, I don't have a lot of sideboard for him, so I do think this is like good enough as the beatdown deck, and also recoup some life lost for some things that I have to do against him as the aggro deck, and then and also just makes it so his creatures can't block. So
yeah, I think my most potent way to win this matchup is to be able to block with Baleful Strixes, and this is going to stop that.
And then Pithing Needle stops Deathrite Shaman and Cavern Harpy from being annoying. And I just don't think I need 4 Chalices in this matchup. So 2 will be enough. And then Endbringer's too slow. I'm definitely the beatdown here.
Makes sense to me. Yeah, I'm cutting 2 Leovolds for 2 Meekstones. I'm not 100% sure whether Force or Meekstone is worse, but I think I want Force of Will for like his Jetés and his sort of Light and Shadow and Pithing Needles and things like that. So
you mean Sword or Force of Will or Leovold?
Yeah, sorry, what did I say?
You said Force of Will or Meekstone.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, I don't know whether Force of Will or Leovold is better. So,
yep.
But right now we're cutting the 2 of the 3 Leovolds. We're playing for 2 Meekstones.
Awesome. All right, I'm gonna try and wake up this time.
Game face.
Just so tired. Like when I passed the turn with the
Cavern.
No, I knew that was wrong. But the one where I like just didn't cast the Chalice in my hand, I was like, oh yeah, this costs 2, and I have 2 mana. I was just sleeping. We're gonna
Soul
win,
lands, man. They'll get you.
We're gonna win. The what?
The Soul Lands will get you.
Yeah, the Soul Lands and the babies that keep you awake at night.
Yeah, I think this matchup is probably in my favor. Probably even a bit in my favor. I haven't drawn any Baleful Strixes yet, but like they're a real problem.
I assume you will be on the play this game.
I will. I mean, obviously, Eldrazi has, it's not draws where you're just dead on turn 3 or whatever, right? You're like, okay, turn 1 Mimic, turn 2 Thought Not Seer, turn 3 Reality Smasher.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Die. I did that to Casey recently in testing, like 3 games in a row.
Alright, going to 6.
Is this hand good enough in this matchup? I think it's okay. I'm gonna try this hand.
I think I have to keep this hand, and I don't think it's very good.
Okay.
Okay.
Your turn.
Okay. Go.
It's gonna be your turn again. I
Okay.
have the option to cast Gluttonous Crane there, but I don't think it's worth it.
Does Gluttonous Crane get enchantments?
No, only artifacts. But most of your creatures in this deck are artifacts.
I see.
So we're gonna go ahead and fetch up. I have to get duels here.
Oh wait, did I end my turn?
No, you didn't. You're in your combat set.
Oh. Alright.
I'm gonna cast Abrupt Decay on your Eldrazi Mimic.
Yep.
Oh, I took 2 life for fetching. Nice.
Kill that. Go.
Yeah, this feels like kind of a problem. It's your turn.
Attack.
Sure.
I'll take 2 also.
Sure. Yeah.
I will name Deathrite Shaman.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna cast a Glen Screen.
Sure.
It's top 4, yeah. It's gonna miss.
Okay. My turn?
Yes.
Take 2.
Sure.
Tie for 10.
I'm gonna block the one that doesn't have trample.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is working out awkwardly, to say the least.
Yeah, that wasteland really gotcha.
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, to be fair though, I needed to draw a 3rd land anyway.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen. Until just now, but...
Well, you drawn 2 more, but...
Oh, yeah, sure, I drew the force at some point, yeah, right. Yeah. I only have 1 castable card in my hand, so I will cast a Parasitic Strix, and then it'll be your turn.
Do you not gain 2 life?
No, it's only if you have a black permanent.
Oh, okay. I'm going to do this for 2.
Okay.
I'm going to equip this to this.
Great.
I'm going to attack you with both.
Yeah, I'll block the Mimic.
Sure. 2 5. Go ahead.
Charles is currently on 2.
Yep.
Gonna cast a Brainstorm.
Sure.
And that's 9 right there, right? If you want to pump it twice.
Yep. Phew! Excuse me.
So, I'm gonna play it by you. And I have to Abrupt Decay the Jite.
Oh,
Doesn't
sure.
matter, it can be
Sure.
countered. And then it's your turn.
I'm going to use the Jite, obviously, to gain
sure,
4
gain
life.
4 life, yeah.
Untap.
Yeah, I don't think I have any outs this game, regardless. I already know what my top card is, too. Yeah, sure. Even without that, I just don't have any outs, so...
Yep. I can't cast that anyway.
Oh, sure. Yeah. What was Needle naming again, that game?
Deathrite Shaman. Yeah. I figured with you stuck on lands, it was better to name Deathrite Shaman than Cavern Harpy.
It makes sense.
So.
Yeah, I probably should have just actually taken the hit for 2 from the Eldrazi Mimic instead of fetching on your turn.
Sure.
Because I do just play into Wasteland really hard there, and like the way that you played that game, it was pretty obvious that you had it.
Yeah. So when you said earlier that you felt extremely favored in the matchup, what makes you extremely favored?
The interactions between Cavern Harpy and Baleful Strix and Shroud of Legion is just really hard for any deck trying to push through damage. Like, any deck trying to attack you is just not going to be favored in that interaction.
Sure.
Reality Smasher is kind of like your ace in the hole there, but... I will keep this hand.
This hand is a little rough, but I think it's good enough.
Your turn. play a Baleful Strix.
Okay.
So draw a card.
Mhm.
Your turn.
Exile?
Sure.
This is naming Eldrazi?
Right. Sure. I have a Shardless and 2 Replicas.
Yeah, I'll take Shardless Agent.
Yep.
Alright, go ahead.
Death Ray Shaman.
Yep.
Your turn. Sure.
May as well make it uncountable. Go ahead. I already know you don't have the counter. Go ahead.
Yeah, you already know what my hand is.
Yep, go ahead.
I'm just thinking for a second.
Sure.
So he knows what my whole hand is right now, and it's like 2 lands and 2 Replicas. And I think it's okay to use a Replica here just to slow down the attacks because, like, I really need to draw into something at this point.
I agree. I think that...
and I still have the other Replica for, like,
Yeah.
Jete or Python Needle or Chalice of the Void or whatever I might need to Replica. So.
Yep, I agree.
Draw. So I'm going to cast a Ponder.
Okay.
It's kind of a tough one. I definitely want to keep this. Maybe I just keep it like that and then don't fetch. Is that a card that I want right now? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not.
Man, I really need you to lose this. I need Starbucks. I guess I get Starbucks either way. So it
yeah,
doesn't
I
matter.
was gonna say there's Starbucks for us both either way. It's just a matter of who's paying for it. I am gonna keep that. So here's my options for everybody looking. So I could play the Gluttonous Crane and just get the Parasitic Strix off of it, but I don't think the Parasitic Strix is doing a lot for me without a Cavern Harpy.
Oh, I would snap off that play so fast.
You would just go Gluttonous Crane into Parasitic Strix.
Yeah, I would.
What's
Just
the
because
reason?
I'm clearly choked on mana because I didn't play land
Sure,
last
you missed
turn.
the land last turn, and you
Yeah.
only have 3 right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's possibly true. Maybe just having more flyers is where I kind of want to be.
yeah, that's my thought. And this is like holding this back already.
Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, sure, I can buy that.
Yeah. Like the worst
And
thing
I mean,
can happen to you
it's-
is that I'm choked on Thought-Knot Seers, right?
Yeah, well, the
And
thing is,
even then,
I
you'll just
wanted
have.
so I wanted to find another Baleful Strix, a Meekstone, or a Shardless Agent. I think all those are better than that. Is the thing.
Well, you can just play your fetch land.
That's
and
what I'm saying.
fetch that.
So yeah, no, that was the other option, right? Like I'm
Sure.
definitely taking the Gluttonous Crane. That's 100%.
Okay.
But I think it is actually better to fetch first instead of getting the
Sure.
Parasitic Strix off of it.
Sure. Go to 18. Can't decide if you found my new favorite deck of Legacy, or if this is my new favorite deck of Legacy.
Aluren.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really fun. I'm sure that I'm playing it, suboptimally, but if anybody could play this deck optimally their first try, I would be impressed. So I did find a Shardless Agent, which I will take.
Cool.
And then it will be your turn.
I will name Eldrazi with that one also.
Okay.
I will thought see.
So powerful. Yeah, okay. I'm assuming you're going to take that Shardless Agent also.
Yep. I should definitely have attacked first, though.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you want to see if I
Yeah.
draw? Yeah, I'm going to block. Draw. Death Wish Shaman.
Yeah, I'll take the Shardless Agent.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm going to... I don't know if draining you is better than just gaining the 2.
Gaining the 2s.
It's probably better. I just
Right
want to buy
now-
time right now, I think.
Yeah.
Sure, so I'll gain 2. It's another Gluttonous Crane.
Yep.
That one is going to miss.
Okay.
How much thought there is to holding back the lands for Brainstorm? Probably not much, because I can like play out all my cards right now, which is like probably something I'm interested in. And I'm gonna attack you for 1. I should just cast this off of the.
You don't want to hold back that, so I can't attack.
Oh sure, because I have 4 power. I don't know if that matters as much though.
It might not. You probably attack for 1. Probably just doesn't
Like if
matter.
you just have like any removal spell like that, play just gets blown out anyway.
Sure.
I'm just gonna attack.
May I go?
Yeah. Then unfortunately bottom 2 Alurens off of these blank screens, but I mean not that the Alurens are doing much for me without any creatures in my hand. Yeah, sure.
Attack.
Yep, take 4.
Go.
I'm gonna drain you for 2.
Yep.
Attack for 1.
Yep.
Go ahead. Deathray Shamans versus the world. Problem is, you're not casting any instant sorcery, so like, really hard for this. Sure. Yeah.
Copy this.
Okay.
8.
Got block 1.
Okay. Go ahead.
This Deathray Shaman does not have 7 creatures, right? So I'm gonna exile 1 creature and 1 instant sorcery. Alright, brainstorm 1 time. It's kind of like a brainstorm.
Is it?
Strix.
It's not exactly like a brainstorm.
I'm definitely just supposed to hold this now. There's no way I possibly need all these lands.
Okay.
And then it's your turn. Sure.
12.
Block 4.
Yep. Chalice for 1.
Yep.
Go.
Yeah. Eat 2 things, 1 out of mine, 1 out of yours, so I gain 2, and then you lose 2.
Go. To be fair, the quad Thought-Knot's here draw. It's a powerful draw.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
drew 8 lands this game, so, I mean, your turn.
We're gonna pretend like we don't know he has lands. Play this Mana Reshaper. Trigger.
Okay.
Attacks.
Yep. Block 2 Thought-Knot's yours.
Takes 7.
And then let me eat the Strix out of my graveyard.
Sure. Go ahead.
I don't think there was a draw that could have saved me there with Chalice on 1 anyway. Like,
Yeah.
the draw that could have saved me was cast Brainstorm, hopefully you
Right.
forget your Chalice trigger.
Yeah. Oh, Starbucks is mine. So I have thoughts on this deck. I think this deck is still terrible.
The Eldrazi deck.
Yeah. It's like,
I don't think it's like a tier 1 deck.
yeah, I think that a lot of people like see it a lot on MTGO. It beats them some percentage of the time, and they really think that like it's a problem in the format. And I think that it's like, I definitely think that it's better than like Mud.
Well, yeah,
By
obviously.
like a
I mean,
lot.
so it's yeah. I don't know if it's more of an adaptation of Mud or if it's more of an adaptation of Stompy, but like either way, it's better than
Both of them.
Yeah.
But I think that what you said is right. I think that this deck is like not exactly tier 1, but not really tier 2. It's like just good enough that it could like win a reasonably sized legacy tournament.
Right.
With some consistency, right? Like tier 2 decks win legacy tournaments all the time, but like
It's not regularly.
yeah,
like
but like this deck could
High Tide's won like plenty of legacy tournaments, right?
Yeah. That's probably about how good I would say this deck is. And I would never play High Tide at a tournament unless I was like really trying to have a good time.
Right. Yeah. It's a deck you play because you love it, right?
Right. But this deck people played because like they had it on Moto because like
So that deck is a lot more expensive in paper than it is on Moto because City of Traders is actually like a $250 land.
in paper.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about Moto.
I know. I'm just saying like the barrier to people assume that the barrier to entry on that deck is very low, but it's not.
I will keep.
I will keep also, and I will cast a Ponder.
Cool. Matt, why didn't I get any turn 1 Ivugans?
Your turn. You're very unlucky. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Ponder.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna play Blue Delta. Let's go.
This kind of changes my plan. Drawing this card makes me want to be much more aggressive. But how many cards do you have?
Have
7?
6.
6. So we can play Cavern of Souls or Ancient Tomb, and if we by attacking for 3 or 4, because of our hand, I think 3 is fine. So we're going to play an endless one with 3 counters.
Okay.
Attack you for 3.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Fetch.
I don't really like turning on his Force of Will by playing this as a 4/4 when I can just do it this way, and I don't know. I think it's much better.
I cast Brainstorm.
Yep. Especially with this as backup.
Draw. Interesting. Those times when drawing a card off Parasitic Strix is actually like a downside. Or Baleful Strix, rather. Baleful Strix.
Mhm.
The reason being is I kind of wanted to protect a card from Thought-Knot's here, but it's
Sure.
not the end of the world.
Good.
Fetch.
You fetch twice and take a 3, so you should be at 50.
Be right. Yep. And I'm going to cast a Death Ray Shaman also.
Sure.
That'll be your turn. Oh boy. Yep.
5, 10, 13.
So,
That's how many I counted. I'm resolving this trigger.
yeah. So I think I'm just going to block here. Honestly, I don't really need to...
You should probably block. Oh.
Yeah, I guess I blocked the one that... Well, so it's closer though, right? Like, because...
It's a hard
we usually
decision
trample
because...
damage here.
Yeah.
But this one maybe is not a 5/5 all the time.
Maybe. Feeling lucky punk.
I think
I think it's a hard decision.
Well, hold on, yeah. I think I am going to block the Smasher, honestly. Because I have
Take
I have plenty of stuff in my hand. Honestly.
8. Yeah, so... Yeah,
so
8.
take 4, 9, 12.
Yep.
No, 3.
Go ahead.
Cast an Aluren.
Okay. Am I dead?
I don't think I needed to cast anything on my turn. I can't think of a reason why I would need to. I wonder if there is a good reason to cast anything on my turn. I guess you're tapped out right now, which is not nothing. So I'm just going to wait, I guess, more to the point. Alright, sure. I'll cast a Shardless Agent.
Sure. Force of Will, Brainstorm. That's pretty good.
Brainstorm's not a bad hit with Aluren in play. So, casting Brainstorm.
Okay.
I'm going to cast a Baleful Strix.
Sure.
Draw.
Mhm.
And then it's going to be your turn.
Casting Thought-Knots here.
Yeah, I got that.
I know, I should say, I was saying for the camera.
Oh, sure. Debating on whether I want to cast stuff in response. The thing is, I don't know that it matters if he takes any of the things that I can cast at instant speed. So, probably don't care. Yeah, there's just no reason to cast anything in response. I think him taking one of the Parasitic Strixes is actually better for me. That's kind of where I...
Well, I'm taking a Parasitic Strix.
Okay. that's fine. You take 4.
Attack you with both.
Sure. So this is 4/7 right now.
Yep.
Flash and Parasitic Strikes gain 2. You take 2. So I can take one of them. Damage from one of them. So I have to decide whether I want to block with the Strix or the Shardless Agent. I think it just has to be the Shardless Agent because I don't think I can continue to play this game very long.
Sure.
So block with the Shardless here.
Yep. Go to 2.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Gonna lead off with Ponder.
Yep. I knew it!
Brainstorm's probably not worth it because it only digs me 1 card deeper anyway.
I agree.
It is not a great draw. Okay. So I'm going to cast
What are we casting?
Meekstone.
That's a great draw.
And I have that already. Although it doesn't do anything right now, really. I mean, like, it just doesn't do anything right now. How does that
Well,
matter?
untaps this.
No, it doesn't.
It makes it this doesn't untap.
No, it doesn't. Oh, yes, this one will not, you're right. Yes, yeah. And then it is your turn.
Well, I'm gonna attack with both.
Walk here.
Mm-hmm.
Exiling a land. Gonna cast Abrupt Decay on the Mimic.
Mm-hmm. I will die. I will cast Eldrazi Mimic.
Sure. You just overpay 4 ways, make it uncounterable. Matter.
I already know you don't have a counterspell.
I do have a counterspell, but
Do you?
I've pondered many things since then.
That's true. Yeah, we're gonna make it counterable.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't actually do that if you have an Ibogan in play for what it's worth. Like, those are just, because they just cost 0, so you can't, like, pay 1 for them.
It just reduces the cost by 2. Oh,
right,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, good to know. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Play this.
Okay.
Cast this.
Trials for 2. Yep. Sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Probably should have flashed that in.
Trials was great. Yeah, that's true. You don't even have to pay mana for it. I'm gonna cast a Glint Screen.
We'll trigger.
Okay. You got it.
You can block.
I mean, but what does that do for me, right? Like, I don't even have, like, there's no possible way I can win this game with the Chalice on 2.
Why?
Because all my pieces that will actually lead to me being able to get out of this situation cost 2.
the situation
I guess
where you can block right now?
Yeah, I understand I can block right now. All right, yeah, that's fine. Whatever. I'm not gonna cast this then.
Okay.
It's your turn. I mean, so I block and then what though, right? What am I drawing to? I'm drawing dead with a Chalice on 2. Like my out is like Shardless Agent into Abrupt Decay, I guess.
Go ahead.
Or just Abrupt Decay, I guess. It's fine. It's your turn.
Go.
Your turn.
Oh, that'll do it. Go. Pay 2. Go get a Reality Smasher.
Sure.
Is that what I want? I don't see what else I would want. Yeah, that's probably what I want. Oh, that's really good. Trigger.
Yep, attacks. Yep.
Okay. Interesting. I would not think this deck could win 4 games against that deck.
Yeah, I mean,
But you drew a lot of lands in a couple games,
any deck in Legacy can win 4 games against any deck, right?
That's true. Yeah, I think both these decks will be relatively popular. I think that deck is really hard to play, and you know, just knowing how to play against it is going to be really important. And knowing how the deck works, it's no small feat to be able to recognize everything that's going on and then being able to play accordingly. And with so many decks in Legacy, you want to identify which ones you're going to need to know about, and I think Aluren will be one of them.
Sure.
So overall, this was a fun video, and I'm excited to be back and doing this. I had a lot of fun. 4th Dawn-Off series is pretty sweet.
Oh, in that game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget to check out our sponsor at Oasis Games. You can get 15% off your first order by using code CCMTG at checkout, or 4% off every order by using the code Would That Be Good. And Matt, let's go get some Starbucks so that I can wake up.
Sounds good, man.
Okay, bye.